My dear baby brother, we missed you so much. We wish you freedom and to be back home soon.
كل عام وانت بخير عبد الرحمن. لن ننساك وبإذن الله سنفرح بالإفراج عنك قريب يا رب.
Abdulrahman al-Sadhan, 37, is a Saudi humanitarian aid worker. He worked for the Saudi Red Crescent and earned a degree in California, graduating in 2013. His sister, Arij al-Sadhan, a U.S. citizen, has become an outspoken activist on his behalf. In a public talk, she said her brother was held in secret prisons, tortured, and then convicted in a closed trial for a satirical tweet.
While the Saudi officials promote a false image of reform to the outside world, the reality inside the country is the exact opposite. In Saudi Arabia, there is no freedom of speech and no human rights. Any critical voices are brutally repressed in the country. This has gotten much worse under the regime of the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, who targets not only known journalists like the case of Jamal Khashoggi, as we all know, but even everyday people expressing themselves anonymously on social media. For simply tweeting, retweeting, or liking a tweet, thousands of people have been spied on, imprisoned, tortured, and disappeared on a daily basis. People have been sentenced haphazardly to decades in prison, like my brother, Abdulrahman al-Sadhan, who was sentenced to 20 years last year. Since we were kids, my brother Abdulrahman was known for his great sense of humor. He always brought us joy and laughter. He also had a great sense of caring and compassion. As a kid, he used to rescue animals and care for them. He looked after us and put everyone else before himself. It was his caring nature that led him to refuse to stay silent towards the injustice and led him to become a humanitarian aid worker for the Red Cross. It pained Abdulrahman to witness the oppression, injustice, and inequality that was present in Saudi Arabia.
Al-Sadhan was arrested on March 12, 2018, at his Red Crescent office in Riyadh. Saudi state security agents detained him without public charge. He was then held incommunicado for nearly 3 years. When family finally saw him, he appeared exhausted. His sister later said he had been kept in solitary confinement. In April 2021, a Saudi court sentenced al-Sadhan to 20 years in prison, plus a 20-year travel ban for his online posts. In May 2023, his sister filed a U.S. lawsuit against Twitter and Saudi officials, arguing his anonymous account was unmasked to authorities. UN rights experts have called for his immediate release, and the U.S. State Department has said that free expression should never be punishable.
In 2018, we had the shock of our lives. My brother disappeared and was nowhere to be found. Calls and texts were not going through. My brother used to call my mom every single day. She was the first to notice. She sensed that something bad had happened to him, and she was terrified. We searched for days, but it wasn't until his co-workers found our contact and told us what had happened. Abdulrahman was working at the Red Crescent in Riyadh when the Saudi secret police came in and kidnapped him. They took his phone and car away without showing a warrant and escorted him to an unknown location. For a month, the Saudi state security denied any knowledge of my brother's disappearance. Finally, they admitted that he was being held, but they refused to share anything about his whereabouts, well-beings, or reasons for his detention. The United Nations and international human rights organizations must be allowed into the kingdom to check on my brother's condition and all the other cases. Without a monitoring mechanism in place, abusers like MBS will continue human rights abuses with impunity. For years since I started speaking up, I've been receiving threats from Saudi agents online who want to silence my voice. Those threats are real, but we cannot stay silent. My brother and thousands of other victims are suffering, and they are counting on our voices.